Start this recording. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy 14th of the month. We're actually heading to my favorite part of the month. And I was writing down, not only for myself, today I love taking Sundays out to really look and strategize onto where am I going with my week, what's happening with my personal activity, what's going on with my team, my organization, and wherever you are in your business. I just want to congratulate you again for being on here tonight, because part of being excellent is repetition, right? Repetition breeds mastery. That's what it all is all about. And tonight we're going to be talking about the 30 days to healthy living. But I want you guys to take a look at what your calendar is looking like, okay? And sometimes we think that consistency, and we talk a lot about consistency, but we're heading into the very best times and the best months of 2021, okay? And as we know it, 2021 is absolutely our year. We want to be making sure to be putting massive activity if we want to be having massive goals coming out. And I know for myself, I'm keeping myself accountable with all of you guys that I'm going to be plugging into massive activity. Not only am I always consistent, but massive activity is underway right now. And so we're going to be talking about 30 days to healthy living tonight, which is my very, very, very favorite thing to be talking about, because I'll tell you what, when I first started my Arbonne journey, 30 days to healthy living wasn't really a thing. And it has completely transformed all of our businesses that actually plug into that and using it, because the difference between selling skincare, and of course we sell skincare and we sell nutrition. That's the best about Arbonne, is that we have all kinds of things. We have 350 products that we can all select from. But the beauty is that when it comes down to skincare, most people will renew whether on a 2-month, 3-month, 4-month, 5-month, 6-month basis, versus when we're talking about nutrition. Well, I know for myself in my house, we renew on a monthly basis. And so when we talk about our clients, that creates a lot of repeated clients, right? So that's what we want to be taking a look at. And anyone on here who doesn't have a team, I just want to remind you guys that you are a leader. You're leading yourself first. And the best thing about this business, and I think the most important aspect of our business, is taking care of you first. Because if you can take care of you, when you feel good, people want to be around people who feel good, right? So on that note, I'm not the one training tonight. I'm going to be passing it off to the beautiful Karina, who's actually hosting the 30 Days to Healthy Living right this second. So she's been doing such an amazing job. I've been loving all of your posts, Karina. I think you're amazing. And I'm so grateful to call you a sideline sister. And so at that note, I'm passing it off to you, and Debbie's going to be closing out our Sunday night skills.
Oh my goodness. So I am so grateful to be on this call with you guys. So hi, my name is Karina Nagy. I'm an independent consultant and regional vice president with this incredible company. Okay, we are so fortunate to be part of this amazing company. I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight to share about what the Arbonne 30 Day has done for me, my business, okay, and my health. So I want to ask you guys not only to listen with your ears, but listen with an open heart. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little about my story, and then I'm going to get into my training. So I've been with Arbonne now for 6.5 years. So 6.5 years ago, my girlfriend talked to me about Arbonne. I was excited for her, but I was like, I'm good. Like, I never sold a product in my life. I've never had a garage sale, guys. I give my stuff away because that's how I roll. Okay, I'd rather just give people stuff and make them happy than actually sell stuff. Okay, so I jumped into Arbonne after going to a presentation because I watched my girlfriend be successful 6 months into her Arbonne journey. What was going on in my life wasn't all that fun. Okay, so we were living paycheck to paycheck. I was working for a doctor, translating. I speak Spanish. My husband spending time with our kids. Can you guys hear me okay? Alex? Okay, amazing. Perfect. So I have, we have a 20-year-old, which is insane because I am a 16-year-old and a 9-year-old. So we were basically living paycheck to paycheck. My husband was working a lot. I was translating for a doctor, working hours that my husband wasn't working. So we were kind of like ships in the night, passing each other. And I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. My mom was diagnosed with Parkinson's a couple years, probably before I started Arbonne, and her health was declining. And my sister, who was her main caretaker, we had that, I never had that money conversation with my husband because I don't know if he's like he's probably scared of me, but I had the money conversation with my sister and she was like, listen, we need to come up with a solution. Mom's health is declining. Insurance isn't paying for anything. And we need to like step up. And I couldn't we were barely surviving. So I couldn't take away from my household to give to my sister, who was my mom's main caretaker. So I knew something had to change. I jumped into Arbonne. Okay. Scared. Okay. I went to a presentation. I remember it was Donna Bradley's presentation, Executive National Vice President. I live in South Jersey, Long Beach Island, which is an incredible place. And I went to her presentation and I heard ENVP Neal paint the vision of what it did to her. And I thought, you know what? If she can do it, I could do it. I went home that night dreaming and driving. I jumped into this business all in. My husband, who was amazing, was so supportive, was like, just do it. If you said you were going to do it, then do it. I jumped in. Okay. Results are not typical. You can visit earnings.arbonne.com, but I promoted with a lot of effort, guys, and really guarding my vision and my mindset. I promoted to regional vice president within 2.5 years, which, you know what, that may seem like a long time, but regardless of the time, I am proud. I am proud to be in the 2% of Arbonne, and I promoted to that level. Okay. And my life looks a lot different. So I want you guys to throughout my training, I want you guys to take little bits of lessons, but know that you guys are no different than me. Okay. So, all right. So the journey, lesson 1, the journey needs to feel like the destination. So whether, at every single level, you just need to know the journey needs to feel like the destination. Jumping into the 30-day program, guys, have fun. What would it feel like to have more energy? What would it feel like to have more sleep? What would it feel like to be able to, walk your kids down that aisle? You need to envision that for yourself. Okay. I'm going to read notes because if not, we'll talk until tomorrow. So, guys, I've used every single product that Arbonne sells. Of course I have. I own an Arbonne business. Arbonne is my company. I'm so grateful for Peter Morg and Stian, but guess what? It's my company. I own it. I don't talk bad about it. It is my company and I am proud to represent it. Okay. So I've used every product, every nutrition product, but I've never done the Arbonne 30-day program completely 100%. I've had cheese fall in my mouth. I've had wine fall in my mouth and think I was doing the program. Okay. And you guys all know you guys have been there too. All right. So I was so focusing on what I was going to be giving up. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I was so focusing on what I was going to be giving up than what I was going to be gaining. So 1 year ago, my amazing friend, Jamie Lee, and she's an area manager on my team, going region really soon. We decided to join a gym, totally outside my comfort zone, a different kind of workout than I've ever done. I probably feel like I'm dying half the time, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's outside my comfort zone. I was feeling different, maybe seeing a little bit of results, but not completely. Okay. So we were working out probably 4 times a week, but as my friend Debbie subtly says, you cannot outrun your fork. All right. I was feeling awful. My blood work was proof. My blood work said I had a fatty liver. My cholesterol was high. I was like, that's not my blood work. That's wrong. It's not my blood work. I was going against my doctor, but it was my blood work. So I kept saying, I'm going to do the 30 days. Someday I'm going to do the 30 days, but someday is not a day of the week. Someday is not a day of the week. Okay. So January 1st, my husband and I committed to doing the program. All right. 100%. No wine, no whiskey, no cheat days, no cheat meals. We were all in because we said we were going to do it. All right. The program is hard if you think it's hard. Enrolling consultants into the program is hard if you think it's hard. All right. We as consultants empower people to live their best life through the products and the business, but it starts with us. It starts with us, guys. We are our number one business builder. We're so focused on finding our ace and our superstar, but it starts with us. We are our ace. We are our superstar. All right. We empower ourselves so we can empower others. So we started this program January 4th. All right. We decided to have fun with the program. We decided to change our mindset in having fun and becoming the best version of ourselves. You know what, guys? My husband, I'll tell you, he did not like, I was, and I've learned, Debbie Neal, girlfriend, you've changed my life. Any conversation, I can call you and ask you what spaghetti to use, and it's a lesson. It's a lesson in the spaghetti. But what I know is that you have literally changed my life. I remember talking to you about something, and I was so focused. A year ago, I started the gym, and I was like, I wish my husband would come with me. Everybody's there with their husband. And I was so focused on what my husband wasn't doing. I have an incredible husband who has supported me all through my Arbonne journey. And I was so focused on what he wasn't doing. And I was like, I wish he would work out. Like, why isn't he I'm working out. Why isn't he working out? Right? When I stopped focusing on his like his not so, like his not so strengths. I don't even know if that's a word. That's not a word, but I'm going to make it a word. When I stopped focusing on that and I started focusing on his strengths, and I started to like change myself, because we attract what we're being, he started to change. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to do 30 days. Okay. So what I experienced in my 30-day journey was better sleep, less bloating, more clarity.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry, Siri's like, I'm so pumped that Siri wants to do 30 days with me. So, guys, clarity is sexy. Clarity is sexy. All right. When you feel good and you're happy, you're going to attract those people. Alex said that before, and it's so true. What I realized is, like, I was going to the gym, but I wasn't going to the gym till 4 p.m., 5 p.m. All right. But then I realized that, like, how you do anything is how you do everything. I started to do the full program. I jumped in. Now I get up at 4 a.m. and go to the 5 a.m. class, and those people are fitter. So I'm like, okay, 5 a.m. people are fitter than the 4 p.m. people. Not all, but I'm going to go with that. All right. So firstly, guys, have you done the 30-day program fully? 100%, nothing falling in your mouth like it was falling into mine. Have you done it? No cheating. Guys, when we don't stick to a plan, it messes with our subconscious minds. And it was messing with mine. I've been with Arbonne now for almost 7 years. And I was like, I'm doing the program. I'm drinking a fizzy 3 times a day. I have 1 protein shake and a digestion plus. Okay. So when we don't do the program and we say we're going to do it, it messes with our subconscious. It tears us down. All right. So I speak from experience, because how we do anything is how we do everything. All right. So we need to go through the program so we can coach other people through the program. We need to experience what our clients are going to experience, right? So we go first so we can coach from the heart. Sounds like an MVP, right? That's what MVPs do. Being a leader, okay, and leadership is just somebody leading the ship. All right. So step 1, do the plan 100%. Document it compliantly. It takes 7. Did you guys know it takes 7 or more exposures on social media for somebody to actually be open-minded to listening to it or to actually questioning it, right? So it takes, you know how like you guys see like ads on social media for like sneakers, sneakers or food before you're like, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm going to put that in my cart and I'll be back. And then you're like, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to put it in my cart. And then boom, 7 times you're like, you bought every sneaker on the ad, right? Or the glasses or whatever. I do that. So that's what our clients need to see on your story. Make it tasteful. Don't just put a product on your page and be like, private message me, who's in? I'm $79. Join me. No one wants to see that. Make it fun. All right. So this program is not a weight loss or a detox program. We cannot use those words. Okay. When we're referring to this program, guys, it's a lifestyle. And I'm so excited and proud of that because keto diet. And if you guys are on it, okay. But I don't want like a yo-yo diet. I don't want something that like I do it and then I don't do it. I want something that's going to teach my body what's going to bless me. Right. So this program is designed to help each person identify what foods are there to serve them and bless their body. It's a reset to establish healthy habits. All right. I believe, and this is my belief, not Arbonne's belief, but I believe this program should be called the Arbonne 90. 30 days will change your life. 90 days will completely transform your life. All right. Just like our business model, right? So being consistent in your Arbonne business for 90 days will transform your business. Try doing that in your nutrition. All right. Guys, all results are not typical. They're not the same. We don't claim to cure anyone, treat anyone, any disease. All right. You can go to earnings.arbonne to find out all you need to do, right? So going through the program is great. Coaching people and enrolling people through the program feels incredible. It's so empowering. We educate ourselves and we offer the program. To build a beautiful Arbonne business, we have to be enrolling people. All right. We have to be enrolling people and selling at the same time. No selling or enrolling equals no progress. Doing this business alone is just another job. And it's not really fun. Like, I love watching people who have a giant, not even a giant team, any team. Like, we are all better together. I love that we share content. Fran posted something today on Fran Principato, who I love, posted something on Facebook today. Rose, who's Debbie's area manager, commented, "Can I share it?" And Fran said, yes, sharing is caring. The best copycat wins. We share things in Arbonne, and that's what I love. I love, love, love the culture of this business, of this company. All right. So doing this business is just another job. Being casual about enrolling business partners brings casualties. Okay. And I don't mean like no one dies doing Arbonne. Okay. But what I'm talking about is demoting, becoming complacent, and those small conversations. And I've been in those small conversations and they don't feel good. They don't feel good. And guess what? I'm not having them ever again because I know where I'm going. All right. When we enroll a new preferred client or a client into our 30-day program, all right, we don't just place the order and be like, I'm good. We place the order and we engage. That 30-day Healthy Tribe page is amazing. I love that it's ongoing and we're all together. You know, our clients are seeing how much we're engaging and we're sharing the recipes, and it's a fun group to be part of. All right, so engage with them. Let them know that you're all in, because I know who's all in and who's not all in. And you don't need to be all in, but engage in the group, because you know what? One day you're going to run that group and you're going to want people to engage, right? So we have 30 touches when we enroll a consultant, a preferred client into the program. So my mindset when I bring somebody into the business, into the program, is see how I'm like, I've always been like taught to be lead with the business. But so my mindset is when I enroll a new preferred client into the program is I'm training them to do what I want. They don't know it, but that's what I know, right? So duplication starts with the first conversation. Duplication starts with the first message, or duplication starts with the first post that you post. I go above and beyond for my clients. All right. So when they receive their 30-day kit, if they're local, I will go to their house. If they're not local, I will FaceTime them, or Zoom, whatever they prefer. I go through every single product in their box. Okay. Because a confused mind says no, and they close the box and they wait another month, right? My job is for them to jump on the program, have the results so that they enroll people in with them. Okay. So I also send them a shaker cup or a water cup. This month they get the free Arbonne water cup. So guess what? They're getting the shaker cup. But I asked them, hey, which one do you prefer? Because it's free advertising for me. So why not? So in week 2, all right, so I send them the cookie recipe. All right. Or if they're close, I make them cookies and drop it off to them. And I let them know, listen, don't eat the whole batch of cookies or else you're not going to have results. 1 cookie, 1 tea, 1 cookie, 1 tea. So that's what I say. All right. I give them they love it. I give them the recipe and that's what I do. All right. So I love on my people because they're going to join me. Right. So guys, we're so fortunate to have so many different trainings to plug into. Number one, I'm so grateful for Alex and Debbie. Girls, I am at your feet whenever you speak. Like, I want to be where you are, and I will be, but I'm at your feet. So all 161 people be at their feet, right? Right. So every single Tuesday night, Sam and JP, who I love, have a happy healthy hour at 8 p.m. Be on, right? Invite guests. Every single Wednesday night, Debbie Sutterly has a Discover Arbonne, happy healthy hour at 8 p.m. Be on, okay? We have to show up to go up. If you guys are not running your own happy healthy hours, then you need to be on. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just talking to you guys, right? So we have to show up to go up. We have to show up to express our love and gratitude for them. They don't need to do it. They don't need to open this up for us, but they're such servant leaders that they open it up for us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Leaders show up with or without a guest. They show up. Mark it off on your calendar, okay? So every time I jump in and listen to one of their happy healthy hours, I enroll myself. I learn more. I'm so excited to do the program, and it just gives me like that fire, right? So last month, I sold 4 happy healthy or happy kits, or whatever. Happy kits? We're gonna change the name to happy kits. Last month I sold 4 kits, okay? It's not a lot, and you guys can be like, oh, that's not a lot. But for me, I'm so proud. I am so proud that I sold that many. And I have one of my affirmations is like personally sponsor 20 independent consultants and preferred clients direct to me every single month. Every day I say that, every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day. That's what I am living by. Okay. So 4, I'm really proud of. All right. This program has set my soul on fire. Guys, when you light yourself on fire, yes, it is the same link. Debbie, same link. So when you guys light yourself on fire, your neighbors are going to come out and watch. 4 of my neighbors have started the 30-day program with me and Jamie. So here's some of their feedback already. So my husband has lost 30 pounds. Guys, you know results are not typical, especially for men. My husband has lost 30 pounds since January. He's had more energy, more sleep, more range of motion. He does construction for a living. He can actually move his body. He gets up at 4 a.m. with no problem. He actually jumps out of bed. He has less back pain, less knee pain. He actually said to me, I don't know what you did to me in these 30 days, but I don't want to go back to what we were doing. I feel so good. And like, I'm really excited for like when our kids have kids. Okay. And like to feel like I could run around with them. Like, guys, come on. Like that alone should want to make you do this program. Another client said, I have more muscle gain. I've been working out and I have more muscle gain. I have better workouts. I can actually breathe through these workouts. I don't feel fatigued after eating. Another said, I haven't slept this good in 10 years. So my results, guys, I feel incredible. Like I said before, my blood work said I had a fatty liver, I had cholesterol. I had my blood work done and my doctor was like, I have no idea what you did, but do it. My blood work is impeccable. Again, results are not typical, but those are my results and I am proud, okay? I feel different. You know what? I feel amazing. I am really excited for what the future holds, and I am so proud to represent this company and the 30-day program. Dedicate yourself and you guys will find yourself. I'm going to turn it over to Debbie.
I am so proud. Like you're so good. Like that was really, really, really incredible. Like, thank you, Karina. Like absolutely incredible. And more so like you guys, when I get to listen to people speak, I'm kind of listening through a couple of different sets of ears. I'm listening as a student, right? Because a true leader, we're students. We're students, right? That's really what a leader is. So I'm listening as a student and then I'm listening as a coach. And so it was just, everything about it was incredible. So I'm really, really grateful for you. Thank you. And thank you for Alex. And I have to say, Alex, she's on her stuff. I mean, she spearheaded these and she's been empowering the right leaders. And it's incredible because she's so gracious. And most of the time she says, what do you think? And I'm pretty much always in alignment with her. And then every now and then she doesn't ask me what I think. And I just have to say this to Karina because Karina's in my central nation, it could appear that it was a suggestion made by me, right? And so it would be a suggestion made by me, but it wasn't. It was all Alex saying, she's incredible. I'm watching her on the 30-day page. She's really inspiring. And she's one of your national vice presidents. And I hope it's okay. But I asked her and I'm like, you made the right choice. Like, all amazing. Okay. So here are just a couple of things that I want to go over. And they were kind of touched on the whole time. When we look at the 30-day program, you guys, we are Alex, there's some people to meet out. We are a healthy living is from the inside out. We are a healthy living company, mind, body, spirit. And so to really, we're talking about, one thing is selling our bond. Something going on there? You found it. Okay. But we're really talking about, to be successful, to build a business, to build your leadership, to build influence. It's about being your brand. So, I always think of like association. When you think of, I had a friend of mine's 50th birthday this past weekend. Some of you might know if you follow me on Instagram. And so I got her a gift at Louis Vuitton. When you think of Louis Vuitton, what do you think of? I love Louis Vuitton. So I think of class. I think of prestige. I think of, glamour. I think of the things that I want to be associated with. When people think of your name in health, what does healthy living represent to you? What does it mean? Because when somebody says prestigious, we might all have a different brand in mind, right? Somebody says high end, my version of high end could be different than your version of high end, correct? And there's no right, wrong, or indifferent. So I'm going to ask you a hypothetical thing. What is your version of healthy living? And so I want to encourage you and challenge you to become that and then expand in that arena. Because whatever your definition is today, the idea is to always be expanding that, right? I remember at one point, and I got to be honest, in my life, I'm not saying there's anything against it, Coach was very high end to me. Coach is nice, but I don't look at a Coach bag the same way I do as a Chanel bag anymore. Not right, wrong, or indifferent. But I used to pass Coach in the mall and take a deep breath. Now I just pass it. Okay. It's not because it's not good. It's because I've expanded my version of high end. Does that make sense? So we want to be expanding our version of healthy living. What I also love about the Healthy Living program, how we do anything is how we do everything. Showing up for your health, putting good food in your body, meditating, staying away from I don't say everybody loves a good cheeseburger, but a lot of people do love a good cheeseburger, right? And so that's why we really talk when you're not on it, doing the 80-20, and what's really become me, the 95-5, the 90-10, because the more you go through the program, just the way Karina said, like she really wishes it would be 90 days, because the more you go through a program, the more good habits you build. And the more you realize that the program isn't a takeaway, it's an addition to your life. So what I mean by that, so many times when people hear the words healthy living, or they associate with diet, even though we know it's not a diet, people still emotionally connect diet with takeaway, right? And so the more you do the program, you realize you're not taking away from your life, you're adding to your life. It's just a different way of looking. You're adding the energy, you're adding the sleep, you're adding the confidence, because I don't know about you guys, but when things fit me better, when I have more energy, when I look in the mirror and feel sexy, now we all have a different version of sexy, but I can tell you, when I feel sexy, I feel unstoppable. When I feel unsexy, I feel like I just want to sit on the couch in sweatpants and not like it. Sexy to me is power. And I'm not talking about like, lingerie. I'm talking about you feeling your sexiest. Okay. Another thing about the 30-day program, Enrolling is the key to this business. Enrolling is what expands our business. Enrolling is the lifeblood of our business. Now, I'm going to say this in parentheses. Enrolling is hard when we lack belief. Okay? When you're a product of our products, when you're a product of the 30-day program, when you see and feel results, the same way that chocolate cake, I use that analogy all the time. Granted, it doesn't go on the 30-day program, but we've all had some form of delicious dessert or something in our lives where I might be like, Karina, you have to have this. And she could sit there and be like, Deb, I'm doing the 30-day program. As her friend and her executive national vice president, I might be like, no, but like, you have to try it. Like, it's so good. Okay. And so we've all done that. And it's not hard. Would you ever be like, oh my God, how am I going to approach my friend about this chocolate cake? Like, what is the words I'm going to say? Like, is she going to think I'm pushy? Is he going to think I'm crazy? But like, it has like chocolate filling and it's like it's one of those molten cakes and it has chocolate chip and oh my God, okay, they went up to the bathroom. What am I going to say? How am I going to present this? Because I really want to share it with them. You don't even overthink it because you believe. When we believe in something, the difference is we go from selling to service when we have belief. Okay. Now we know that we sell products, we sell our opportunity, but the difference is how we feel about it. When we feel like we're selling someone, right? It's not selling to someone. It's not servicing someone. Another thing, when you're really committed to this program, passion is contagious. This is a statistical fact outside of Arbonne. Forget about Arbonne. This has nothing to do with earnings.arbonne.com. Energetic people are more successful. It's a fact throughout the world. And it's the healthy, it's the mindset, it's the energy, it's the passion. Passion is contagious. Another thing, people do what we do. They do what we do. This is your team. If anybody's ever been coached by me directly, you will notice that I've never asked you if you've done or if you're doing the 30-day program. When Karina called me up for the first time and said, I have to admit, this is the first time, I was like, no shit. Really? And this is a woman I talk to every day. I will never ask you a question, and I'll tell you why. And I learned this early on when I first became a parent. And I'm not saying anybody on my team is my child, okay? But I learned this as a parenting thing, and I think it goes pretty well hand in hand with leadership. I will never ask you a question to put you in a position to lie to my face. And so I know the answer. And so why would I ask you that question? Why would I put you in a position to either say, it's like making somebody feel a certain way. You know the truth. I know the truth. So I don't ask you. So my point is, people will do what you can tell your team you're doing the 30-day program all you want. When you're doing it, you're talking about it every day. When you're doing it, you're placing the value on the program and you're talking about it with such passion and passion and passion and passion. So, and a couple of other things I wrote down here. What I love also about the 30-day program, and I was writing this as I was catching them off of Karina's amazing words. You guys, what do we really do in Arbonne? We build relationships. I sell Karina a 30-day program and I do all of the amazing, I have to say, I haven't brought anybody cookies. Now I gotta step up my game. I have a neighbor directly across the street from me. I haven't brought her cookies. I guess I'm gonna walk across the street and I'm gonna bring her cookies, okay? Like, I've just been inspired to do more. Like, I can't even say she lives far from me. Her name is Debbie and she lives directly across the street. Okay, so in those 30 days, you guys, how many times you say, oh, I reached out to somebody and they didn't message me back, or I reached out and they ghosted me? You're building a relationship for 30 days. You have 30 days to communicate with them, inspire them. And just the way Karina said, you're basically teaching them how to do Arbonne from the very, very beginning. So you have 30 days to do that. And here's what I love about success. let's think of, and this is just the last thought I want to leave you with. And also Karina talked about posting. When so many people, now granted, just like she mentioned with sharing other people's content, you guys, if I didn't share content, I wouldn't have anything to share. Okay. I want to be really honest. There are people that first of all, everything can be found on the source. Okay. But anything that I post, I would not only welcome, but I would encourage you, if you think there's value, to share it. Why do you have to spend time being an author? I signed up to be a leader. Okay. So I'm not going to, if I find something that's amazing, boom, sharing it. Okay. But there is a difference. The way you become successful is not just post with all these images. Okay. There's a difference when you're truly living the program. And the difference is one person's posting, the other person has passion. Okay. Two totally different P's. You can post with passion, but just posting, nobody's responding to that stuff. Okay. So here are some a few characteristics of a successful person. And I just want you to think of the connection between success and the 30-day program. Successful people have discipline. They do. Okay. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be in your life, in your income, in your health. Average people don't cross the bridge. They dream and they look and they see what's on the other side, but they don't consistently apply day in and day out what it takes. I was at a 50th birthday. I'm going to share another story with you. I was at a 50th birthday last night. And one of my friends who absolutely will be in my Arbonne business. And by the way, you guys, she was one of my first phone calls I made. I am 14 and a half years in Arbonne. And she's one of my best friends from high school. And she came last night. I was like, I'm just going to love on her. I'm not really going to bring up Arbonne. I sat down 30 seconds. She's like, let's talk Arbonne. Okay. And had a list of questions. And they were mostly like, she was almost trying to talk herself out of it. But she's like, one of the questions, she goes, I want to know why so many people fail. I go, are you really asking me that question? Like, you're a leader, you have influence, you're great. Are you really coming to me with that nonsense? She goes, give me one reason. I go, oh, I'll give you 10, but I'm going to give you the one that came to my head right now. 100 people get hired for a job. 4 people show up the second week. 96% don't show up again. What are you going to do to the 96? She goes, I'm going to fire them. I go, good. The 96 in my business decide to fire themselves. That's why they don't succeed. She's like, okay, oh, great answer. Okay, you want some calamari? I'm like, yeah, all right. So discipline. Number 2, commitment. What does it take to really do the 30-day program? A commitment. Commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling you said it in is past. Day 1, awesome. Went to Trader Joe's, went to the grocery store, all clean eating. Day 4, want to go out and have a cocktail? Sure, nobody will know. Commitment. Doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling you said it in has passed. How do we connect that to success in Arbonne? It's March, it's madness, it's springtime, I'm growing, I'm enrolling. 96% of people, 14th of the month hasn't fallen in my lap yet. I'm going to do it next month for sure. For sure. I'm committed if things go my way, right? Commitment. Focus. Focus. Success takes focus. It takes looking at your goal. It takes seeing your goal. It takes falling in love with your goal. It takes, like, how are you going to feel? You guys vision after 30 days. What's it? We could say, oh, we want, this is not a diet. It's not, but we know if we do it correctly, your body is going to have positive results. Let's be honest. Okay. Like with any program that's out there, pretty much, we just know that ours is incredible. What are the results that are going to inspire you? What's going to make you feel good? What's worth working for? What's going to make it worth commitment for? We talk about how success in Arbonne, it's 3 months of activity to show up. Okay. In 3 months, you're going to be in a bathing suit. You might look absolutely amazing. Would you like different results? It's what you do now. It's focus, okay? It's living in your word. How does a 30-day program connect to success? It's so easy to use words. Nobody does it to be malicious. That is why truly, besides the fact that not everybody wants to be successful in Arbonne, some people truly come in to use the products. But I can tell you there's been many opportunities in 14 and a half years not to live in my word. And it's the same thing with the 30-day program. Are you willing to live in your word? And 30 days, because you can do anything for 30 days. The question is, do you want to? Do you want to? Successful people, they can resist temptation. They can, because their desire for their outcome, their desire for their goal, their desire to live in their word outweighs the desire to resist temptation. They can't be tempted. People on a mission can't be tempted. You know, I remember one time, and Alex could probably remember this too. Somebody was talking about somebody who left and, left Arbonne and went to another network marketing company. And I think the question was, what do we do to these people that poach people in Arbonne? And I said, they've never poached me. I'm unpoachable. I'm unpoachable because I resist the temptation to even deal with somebody's nonsense. So it's the same thing with this. Something that's tempting you, whether it be coffee or cake or whatever it is, you're so rock solid with where you're going, nothing can tempt you because you're so focused on where you're going. And it's focusing on the outcome. You guys, if you really make a list, and there's so many more of characteristics of what it takes to be successful, the 30-day program goes hand in hand. And I can tell you this from the depths of my soul. There is so much good coming in Arbonne. Tomorrow's going to be a really good day. Look at Alex. It's going to be a really good day. Any NVP on this call knows tomorrow's going to be a good day. But I'm going to tell you something. No matter what Arbonne does, and I just want to leave you guys with this, no matter what Arbonne does, there's not a thing that they can come out with that's more powerful than your belief. There's not an incentive. There's not a program. There's not a discount. There's not a sign-up fee. There is absolutely nothing that Arbonne International could come out with that's more powerful than the belief and the love inside of your heart. So I'm going to ask you, hypothetically, what are you going to create in your health, in your success, and in your life in the next 30 days? Because you've got so much greatness in you dying to come out. So thank you, Karina. Thank you, Alex. And you guys, I'm pretty pumped for the book club tonight. Like, we're reading The Power, and I feel it radiating from every cell in my body. So I can't wait for 9 p.m.